Hello to you, you beautiful human being. Welcome back to the Japan Game Junk podcast. So, today I'll be recording a few episodes. First one will be for a store where I've not really talked about before, and visited it in Mobara city of Chiba, as I was driving today actually through the Boso Peninsula. So basically everything that's kind of south of Chiba City on the peninsula there in the Chiba Prefecture. So Mobara City, I went there because it has the best donuts in the world. That's Happy Donuts. Always a huge line there outside for about an hour or so, but well worth it. I stocked up on some good stuff. And after that, went to the WonderGoo. Now, WonderGoo is a store chain based out of Tsukuba city of Ibaraki, very, very near to where I am. Actually, I live a stone's throw from that city. And when I was first living in this prefecture, back in 2004, it was a juggernaut, this store. Before there's really big internet streaming, this was the store for used games, used music, used movies, everything. It was a hugely popular chain. It's everywhere. Then starting about, let's say 10 or 15 years ago, they stopped expanding so much, and then from about 5 years ago, a lot of places started to close down. A lot of people for their used games and stuff were just going to emulation. Movies, they were going to streaming services and such. So, yeah, the WonderGoo started to fall out of favor. But they're coming back now with a new plan to expand their inventory. They are now trying to stock a lot more, retro stuff. So that includes, things like, records and older games and stuff like that. And other used items. And also many, many crane games in the stores. So the WonderGoo is now becoming a much more interesting place to visit. Not just for shopping, but for just playing around for a while. And it's becoming more of a positive place to visit as opposed to a sad place to visit as it was 5 years ago. Anyway, today I did go to the store in Mobara city of Chiba, and while not as stocked as stores dedicated to used games, still found quite a bit that I think would be very interesting to go over. First, in their showcase, one of the things I noticed was one of the cheapest fully complete set SC3000/SG1000 Sega game. Again, it's not a popular one. Champion Tennis. So Champion Tennis in the box with the manual, in good condition, altogether for 2,000 yen, which is, again, the cheapest I've ever seen any game for the system that was complete. Also in that case was the cheapest I've ever seen an arcade card for the PC Engine. So in order to play the arcade CD-ROMs games, you need to be able to put an arcade card into your PC Engine console so that it upgrades its memory. And so this one was the Duo version, only works in a Duo RX system. But it was only 5,000 yen. And lately they're getting very, very expensive. I was very lucky to get the Pro version, allowing me to use it in my not Duo, my standard CD-ROM system. But that was still 8,000 yen, and that was still a huge deal. So 5,000 yen for the Duo version even is pretty good. Also at the store, if you like Pocket Monsters, good old Pokemon there, they had complete boxed versions of the very original Pocket Monster games for the Game Boy. And they were 10,000 yen. So the red and green in Japan, I know it was red and blue elsewhere, but red and green versions, they looked very nice. They looked in mint condition as far as how the box looks, but yeah, box, manual, game, everything there, it was 10,000 yen. Kind of crazy. The less popular and less rare Pikachu version, the yellow version, that was I believe the third or fourth one to come out here in Japan, was 6,000 yen for the same kind of situation. Also, there were some decent shaped games only, but the Disney games for Super Nintendo, Super Famicom, the Mickey Mouse games and the Donald Duck games, they were in good shape for only 2,000 yen, which is pretty good, I think. Also of note, for some reason, The Witcher 2 for Xbox 360 was, used. It looked to be in just normal condition. 7,000 yen. It's kind of crazy, right? And I do believe even it's the censored version in Japan. The Witcher 2 and 3 were, a bit on the covered up side for the nude scenes there. But in any case, this was a very expensive game, I thought. I've not really seen it so super cheap, but never that expensive too. So I would recommend not buying this game if you were in this particular WonderGoo. Also, some other games that were not so cheap were Kirby 3 for Super Famicom, and Mother 2, that's Earthbound. Also much more expensive here than I've seen other places, although complete in box. WonderGoo also had quite a number of loose Switch games for between 1,000 and 2,000 yen. They were all a bit cheaper than I'd expect elsewhere, so that was good as well. But hard to say anything that would be such a good deal for that. It was kind of okay. And the last thing that I want to mention, seeing in the WonderGoo, was for 7,000 yen, the original Samus amiibo. I really don't know if there was a re-release or whatever, but I was so surprised to see Samus, the original one, at that cost. I know I got mine very cheaply a long time ago, and I've seen it cheaper before. I can only imagine this is some sort of a different variant of some type. I don't know, but I was very surprised by that. But in any case, that was my little trip to WonderGoo today, and actually my first time in WonderGoo for a couple of months now, and seeing some of the fun stuff in there, although I ended up not buying anything. I think I should be going to more WonderGoos more often. They're a bit of fun to enjoy. It's enjoyable fun to enjoy at WonderGoo. Anyway, hope that you'll take the chance to visit there yourself, and hope you're having a great day. Thanks again, and goodbye.